If you want my body and it's well, hello there. You, you shouldn't sneak up on an old lady like that. Oh, I'm just kidding you. Well, hello there. My name is Ancestor Monroe, and I'm just sitting here in the Northern Lights, hanging out here, and I'm just working on this little hat. This is for my good friend. He hurt his hat, and I'm fixing it for him. His name is the Great Abu. Oh, this little camera is hard to work it and get that on there. If you see, can you see? Oh, what is going? Oh, there you go. Now you can see that I'm fixing this hat here. I guess I'll just put it away. And I'm about to connect here with my. I'm about to connect here with my great nephew. His name is Robbie Cusick. I know that's a lot of greats, isn't it? But I've been around a long time. Yeah, I used to go and run around and date Einstein. Yeah, can you believe that? Oh, and he was really smart. I know you know that, but he was also a good kisser too. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Don't tell my oh, you might have already heard. Well, well, we're gonna get on here with uh my I would say nephew from here on out because I'm getting too old to fill in all these grades. I might run out of time before I finish. All right, well, we're gonna get on here with my nephew Robbie Cusick, and he's gonna tell us a story. Oh yeah, and it is. I tell you what, it is an amazing story. It is maybe the most amazing story I have ever heard. And like I said, I've been around a very, very, very long time. So let's get over here to Robbie and let's see what he's going on. Well, hello there.
Well,
How are
hello there,
you?
Auntie. It's good to see you. So, where are you at right now?
Well, I'm here in Alaska and I'm with the Yupik people, and we are looking at the northern lights, and they are so pretty. Oh, but I tell you what, it is colder here than your mother when she finds out that your father cheated on her. Oh, I'm just teasing.
You sure are a busy granny.
You know your auntie always messing around.
Yep, yep.
Yeah, I'm a busy grandma, all right. All right, well, I'm gonna put on my headphones so you got me here so I can listen real good and be a good little listener.
Mhm. All right. So, before I get into my story, I think we need to give a little bit of credit to Catherine from The Catalyst. She's got an awesome YouTube station, and she had me on as a guest, and I told her my story. So that inspired me. Well, actually, I was talking to my buddy, and he suggested that I start talking to other people
Grace Gentleman, I think is yeah.
with
I won't cut you off.
very awesome um, manifested stories. So that's what I'm looking for now. So I figured the best way to do that is put something on my channel and maybe get
Hmm.
this little puppy going here
Hell yeah, let's get going like a little
and
puppy.
um, start to talk a little bit about I don't know, just be on the lookout for other people that have similar manifesting stories. So for
You
you
looking? I'm
guys
looking.
that don't know what the hell I'm talking about,
I'll be quiet. I'll stop
um,
cutting you off here.
something amazing happened to me back in July 2021. And it was a law of attraction type of story. or situation that happened. I manifested something awesome in my life, and I'm gonna I'm gonna tell you the story the same way I told Catherine the story, and I looked up the definition of the law of attraction.
That's good.
And for you guys that don't know, the law of attraction states
Mm,
that like attracts like.
mhm,
So positive or negative thoughts bring positive or negative experiences in your life.
mhm,
Whatever you focus on with energy and emotion is drawn into you.
mhm.
So
That sounds like
what the
nice.
heck does that mean? It
Mhm,
means the world, the universe, however you want to look at it, communicates to you in feelings. It doesn't understand. I don't know if I don't know if it understands. I don't know what the hell it understands or doesn't understand. Um, but I know that
mm,
it really, truly, mostly understands feelings and emotions, and that's how um, basically we attract, we bring into our life with our feelings, how we feel. At least that's how I understand it. That's the way I currently believe it to be. And here's my story to tell you about that. Tell everybody. Yeah, tell the world. It was July 2021. My wife and I had just gotten back from Florida. It was pandemic was still kind of going on. It was our first big trip. First, since the pandemic, and it was well needed. We just did all the fun Florida stuff, listened to great music, got drinks, relaxed, and just had a perfect time. And when we got the next day after we flew back to our home in Asheville, North Carolina, my wife had to get her hair done. And whenever she gets her hair done, I knew it was going to be a long day. It takes like 3 hours for her to get her hair done. And like I was telling Catherine, like, why in the world would a female haircut take 3 hours? Well, after thinking about it for a long time, I finally figured out what happens is what they do is they remove all the hair,
mhm.
they trim it, and then they install the hair back into your head. So that's why it takes three. It's a very delicate
Oh,
process, and that's why it takes 3 hours to get your hair done.
you silly goose, you silly. I can't imagine having a haircut like that. Oh, oh,
Right.
oh,
Yeah,
oh.
right.
I'm taking
Right.
out my hair. Oh, 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 oh. That's funny. Mm. Oh, look at that I love you cup. That's nice. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So drop my wife off, and I'm I'm driving around and I'm listening to a program. It's an interview with a lady by the name of Esther Hicks. You can look her up online. There's also stuff about them. It's under Abraham Hicks. And listening to this interview with Esther and Oprah, and something just clicked that day. It's like I just all of a sudden understood something that I didn't totally understand before. And I don't remember exactly what it was that clicked that day, but something clicked. And I also got this crazy idea. I'm like, I didn't really have anything to do. I was gonna go work, but I didn't really need to. I'm self-employed, so um, I decided to just kind of follow my intuition,
That's nice.
whatever that means. So I got in my car, I'm driving around, killing time, follow my intuition, and I'm driving around in a part of our city. It's called Montford. It's beautiful old historic homes. And I'm driving around and I follow my intuition. My intuition would say go left, and I would go left. My intuition would say go right, and I go right. Didn't run anyone over, nothing weird happened like that. But I was noticing what I call these aha moments where in listening and studying Abraham Hicks, people have asked different questions like, why do I always see like three fives? Or why do I always see this or that? And the way that they described it is so you have you, which is here, and then you have the maybe the greater part of you or the other part of you that's still in heaven or other part of, wherever it is, out in the ether somewhere. I don't know. It's still the greater part of us. It's still connected to source. I'm not the expert. I'm like, you ever see the little kid pushing his plastic lawnmower behind his father who's cutting the grass? That's me. I'm the little guy pushing the little plastic mower.
Oh, little boy.
So the, this other part of you is always communicating with you, and it'll give you signs or symbols and things that you understand. Just something that's just it's a way for the world to be like, thumbs up, pat on the back, good job, you're doing great, whatever. So that day I was noticing that the world was giving me a thumbs up and pat on the back and stuff. So I'm driving around Montfort and I take a left down the street and all of a sudden I see this building. And the only way to describe it is the building called out to me. So I pull into the driveway of this building. I'm staring at it and I notice it's for sale. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, playing along, world's guiding me. Do I want to buy this building? Quickly decide, nope, I don't want to buy this building. And then I look closer, and I'm like, oh, that's an old church. Thinking, do I want to buy an old church? Nope, I don't want to buy an old church. So I'm studying this real estate sign, and I noticed that um, it's kind of like, why am I here? So why am I here? This building, this building is busy yelling at me. What are you yelling at me about? So I thought, oh, well, the real estate company was not a well-known real estate company. It wasn't like Century 21 or Remax or any of the big name brokers. So, and there was a guy's picture on it, and I thought, oh, I don't even know what his picture was. Maybe just his name. But anyways, so I decided to take a picture of the sign. And I thought, I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna see if maybe there's something on his website or their website that they have for sale that I do want to buy. I'm playing along with the universe and just doing whatever it says to do. And whoa. Wow.
Oh,
Well,
that bubbly.
that
Oh,
was
it
not
gets
very
me every
ladylike.
time. I'm sorry. Oh,
Whoa,
oh,
that was pretty good though. That was
you
pretty good.
can say that again. Oh, I'm so embarrassed. Oh, well, thank you. Mm. All right, you can go on. I'm done burping.
All right. So distracted me a little bit. Where was I
Go,
at?
go on.
Okay, so I go and I pick up my wife and I go back home and we decide to go home and take our nap. We're big nappers, big believers of the nappers, whatever that means. And I go to the mailbox real quick and or as I'm walking there, Abraham Hicks talks about like trying to manifest things that don't have a whole lot of pull. So, or like negative pull or like contradictory type of pull. Like if you're not a millionaire and you're trying to attract $1 million, it might be hard to attract $1 million because you got a lot of beliefs about, you know, they say it's as easy for the world to attract a button as it is a castle. But, you know, you gotta like kind of like be in the right, you can't have all this negative resistance against it. You gotta kind of believe, I think. That's all I understand. So as I'm walking to the mailbox, I think, oh, I'm going to manifest a check. I'm playing along here today. And I'm a business owner. There's checks all the time. It's not a big deal. But sure enough, there was a check. The funny thing about it, though, is mail, it sits like this, right? It sits like long ways in the mailbox. Well, there's mail, and then the tippy top of the mail, there's another, just one little envelope on top. And it was a check. I'm like, oh, this is cool. I know most of us can explain it to coincidence, but I'm thinking like usually I don't think I've ever seen mail sit the other way. You know, like it's like waving at me, hello, how are you?
Hi, hello.
So it was fun. I was having fun. I go inside and I decide to look up this real estate company on my phone before my nap, and I'm Googling and I quickly see there's no website. There's barely anything about this company. All I could find was like public records about the company. Looks like he had just like registered his business like 6 months ago or something like that. But then on his Instagram, he says like, selling real estate for over 30 years or 20 years or something significant. So basically, I'm stalking this guy, and
Done that. Mm.
my little looking for house idea went out the window because he doesn't have a website. And then I thought, huh, I'm gonna screenshot this guy's information and I'm gonna meet him. And I'm gonna show him that I knew I was gonna meet him because I'm gonna show him I have a picture of him on my phone. This is where the story gets more crazy. So I decide I'm gonna manifest this person. And I'm thinking it's good. Okay, within the next 2 weeks, I'm not gonna try making up rules. I'm not gonna look for him. I'm just gonna meet this guy. And so I lay down for my nap and I'm just thinking about this idea. And I'm basically marinating on it. And I'm just thinking, man, God, if I can meet this guy, I will have no doubt that the law of attraction is a real deal. And I'm just like, wow, I'm almost like getting goosebumps. I basically just laid there, kind of slept, kind of didn't, and just kind of like dreamed about this whole thing. Wake up, and my wife and I decide to go out, to have a couple of drinks. And the next thing that happened is, so I'm always complaining that in Asheville, there's not enough music. They have all this talent in Asheville, and there's not nearly enough music at these breweries and bars. Was just in Florida, and what do they have in Florida? They have those
Oh
singer-songwriter
yeah.
guys and girls everywhere. They're
Singing.
awesome, strumming their
Oh,
guitar, like
take it
love it. Love all the
easy.
music there.
Take it
Um,
easy.
but tonight in Asheville, everywhere I go, there's music. I'm like, God, this is great. And so we're at our second stop, and I'm sitting in this restaurant bar thing. It's called The Walk. If you're from Asheville, thumbs up, walk. And I'm sitting next to my wife, and we're like at the far end of the restaurant. Like there's like a wall right behind us. And we're looking long ways on the bar, down the bar. And in front of me, I'm looking at this guy. I'm staring at him, and I'm like, oh my God, is that him? And so I take out my phone, and I'm looking at it. And to this point, by this point, I had not told my wife about my experiment or any of it. And so I elbow her and I point at the picture on my phone and I point at the guy and I said, hey, is this that guy? And she looks at it for a second, real nonchalantly, and goes, yeah, why? Now, like I said before, so I've never done cocaine,
Mm.
but I'd imagine how I felt in that moment is how cocaine might feel. My energy just went through the roof. Like I've never had felt a surge of energy like this. And I was just like, oh my God. I'm thinking, what? Now, for you people that haven't paid attention, this is only like 4 hours later from when I decided, like, and I'm just like, my head's
Bless your
going
heart.
crazy.
Mm.
And I'm thinking, no, forget it. You know what? It's fine. Okay, great. I manifested. I'm awesome. This is incredible. There's no way I'm going to go over and talk to this individual. So I go and I take a leak, go to the bathroom, I come back. I'm sitting there staring at this guy still. And then a waitress comes over to his table and he's getting his check. I'm thinking, oh man. And I go, ah, fuck it. So I go and I walk by this guy. And as I'm walking by, I kind of look over and I do one of these, hey, do I know you? And I don't remember if I said his first name before he said his first name, but I remember that I said his last name before he said it. And sure enough, it was him. I had manifested a human being in 4 hours, somebody I've never met before, out of thin air. And it was crazy. So, like, I go and I sit next to this guy, and I'm all of a sudden I'm sitting with him and I'm showing him my phone and I'm like trying to explain this to him, and he's being nice and stuff, and he's kind of looking a little confused, and he's got this girl sitting with him, his wife or girlfriend or whatever, and I'm asking her stuff. I'm like, hey, do you guys know about the Celestine Prophecy? It's a book, and she actually knew about it, and she was kind of like, she seemed to be more into this whole thing than he was. Like I said, he was just super confused. You know, some weird, strange man comes up to you and says, hey, I manifested you. Okay. Mm, that's nice. So the next obvious question for most people in their mind is like, well, why? Why did you attract him? What did he have for you? Or like, why? Well, that's the thing is I just attracted him because I decided to attract him, or the world decided for me to set me up perfectly. Like there's nothing else like, there's no reason. There wasn't nothing I needed from him. There was nothing that I needed. As far as I don't, it's been several years since then. It's 2025 while I'm recording this. And like I said, it had happened in 2021. Like nothing, that was it. That was the whole story. Didn't buy the building, nothing else happened. Um, but after that point, like like I had said to myself when I said, if I can do this, if I manifest this person, who would ever imagine it'd be 4 hours or whatever? Um, like, and so the reason I like this story is in your mind, there must be only two options. And I'm going to let Auntie here
Oh,
tell you what
yeah,
they
yeah.
are.
Well, I've heard this before. Either you're lying, or the law of attraction is a real thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. That's it. I mean, those are the only two options. Like either A, I'm making the story up, or B, like the law of attraction is the real deal. In my mind, there's no other options because it's not a red car, it's not a weird coincidence. And ever since then, my life has changed. And it's just like I'm let in on a secret that, like, of how the world works, how we attract things in our life, how we speak to the world with our feelings and our energy. And I go in a little bit more in depth in this in the interview with Catherine. Um, but so that happened, and I haven't said it yet. Um, I'll let Auntie tell you what we're doing, what I'm doing. Oh, yeah. Well, you must be talking about your book, and we he's got a book coming out. It is called I Manifested What? Oh, it is going to be such a nice, lovely book. You definitely need to get yourself a copy. Maybe two, one for you, one for your friend. So yeah, go and get the book. We will be so yeah, yeah. Right, yeah. Yep. Writing a book. Yes. Yes. And so it's a story. If you want to share with people, I'm going to probably put it out there for free or cheap or something. I just want to get the story out there because I think it's a great story and I love it. But there is the book, I believe, is going to be called I Manifested What? And oh, I didn't read this earlier, but this is the question. Is what if you manifested something so specific that you couldn't explain it away to you couldn't explain it away as a coincidence? What if I manifested something so specific that you couldn't explain it away as a coincidence? And that's what this story's about. But then let's hear it. Let's go. It happened twice. So there's a second part of the story. And I am going to put that part of the story on another video because why not? It's YouTube world, right? Dun, 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 dun. And there's more. There's more little fun things. So if you like this video, please go and share it. Um, I'm gonna let my favorite person in the world close this out. Much love. Like like the lesson here, if there is one, is like just enjoy life, have fun. It's awesome. Life is so good. Just follow those good feelings and everything we do in life is because we think it's going to make us feel better. So if you can learn just to like just feel good, just feel better, um, that's it, man. And I'm gonna put there's more to this. You can either go and listen, you can wait, you can do lots of stuff, you can do all of it. But I'm gonna put the interview with Catherine in the comments somewhere. If you want to go see that, like I said, if this is something that you think is awesome, share the story. And I want to hear your story. So
Me too. Me too.
contact me. I'll put something. I'm starting to put up a little website. I'm putting myself out there. Here we go. Ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
RobbieCusick.com. On there, there'll be a way to reach me. And if you have a story like that you want to share, let's do this. I want to hear your manifested story. ROBBY. Don't trust the IE. ROBBY Cusick CUSIC.
Don't trust the IE.
ROBBY CUSIC at G or .com, RobbieCusick.com. And there'll be a way to do the stuff. So, Auntie, close us out. Okay. Well, oh, well, I tell you what, I feel so blessed to, I've already heard the story, but to like be part of this and be with you. And you are obviously so blessed. You got, uh, I just can't believe that story. Every time I hear it, I just love to hear that story. And when you hear part two, I think part two might be crazier than the first part of the story. I don't know, but the universe at that time was just like hoo-da, hoo-ya, hoo-ya, hoo-ya. Oh, but it's so nice to spend time with you. I love you, and I love all of you out there. Hello, I see you. Hello.
and it's just so nice to be here with you and spend time with you. So that's all I
Thank
got.
you.
I
Love you
just feel so
guys, and
blessed,
I
and
love you.
yeah, I
Yeah.
love you. Yeah, that's nice.
Ancestor Monroe, ladies and gentlemen,
Ah,
the one and only.
hello, bye bye. We'll see you.